Terraria at heart is a sandbox game, meaning within the bounds of some progression, you're open to tackling the world pretty much any way you want. This is especially true when entering hard mode, giving the player a million different directions to choose from, whether that be maxing out hard mode or armor, immediately farming some OP items, or even just going straight into the mech bosses off the rip. Today, we're going to be looking at another route you can take, which if done successfully, will completely break progression. Of course, I'm talking about obtaining the one and only Razorblade Typhoon. Oh yeah, this is going to be a banger. Before we jump into it though, we're actually now less than 5k subs away from hitting the big 150k. So if you want to be part of the club, why not let YouTube know and help support the channel? Alrighty, let's see how we can break Terraria, shall we? For those of you who don't know, the Razorblade Typhoon is a Duke Fishron drop, meaning despite its suggested place in progression, can be obtained immediately after entering hard mode. Now of course, the catch here is this is no easy feat and will require some serious skill to pull off. However, I'm going to show you the best way I'd go about doing it that usually works every time. Alright then, first you're going to want to head to your underground mushroom biome and try and get your hands on as many truffle worms as possible. As you can see, one's already shown up on my lifeform analyzer, and to be honest, I never find truffle worms that hard to find anyway. And just like that, I somehow managed to get 3 all at once in a single swing. I've never really understood why they class this rare on the wiki. Anyway, once you have got a few, I'd head to your ocean and make sure you've got a nice flat platform to land on. And when you're ready, cast that rod, and off we go. Now then, when it comes to the fight, there's a few things you're going to want to need. Firstly, mobility is key, so I'd highly advise getting a pair of early hard mode wings, equipping the Shield of Cthulhu for dashing, and for that bit more, amphibian boots for extra ascent speed. And when it comes to the weapons and armor, that really depends on your class. With the Mage at least, I come with the adamantite armor set, and the legendary Spirit Flame for my primary weapon. Now, this will probably take you a few attempts to master unless you're used to the Duke fight. So all I'll say is, always have a dodge ready and circle the Duke to make sure you're always in a place he isn't. And when it comes to the final phase, you're going to want to literally dash into the Duke's face to negate contact damage, and with this, hopefully you'll be able to take him down. Of course, we still only have a 20% chance of getting the Razorblade Typhoon from his bag. However, any other weapon will still be massively overpowered and will help you farm in a few more times much quicker. Okay, assuming you do get the Typhoon, it's about time we had some fun with it. Where do I even start with this thing? It's essentially just a godlike weapon, with ridiculously high damage, range, and of course homing. Compared to other pre-mech mage weapons, it just steamrolls them. Oh and yeah, did I mention the infinite piercing? Yep, 7000 DPS before defeating a mech boss is just so dumb. And as I said, against real enemies, it performs even better. Once you've got this in your mage arsenal, you basically don't need anything else for a very long time. Also, the fact its single target damage is also so impressive means it can make short work of nearly any boss, not only having piercing to cheese the destroyer, but the single target damage to melt the other mech bosses. And it's not stopping anytime soon, ripping through Plantera no problem, Gollum obviously, and if you really want, even the cultist. And while this may not be the quickest way to defeat this boss due to its homing damage nerf, it is by far one of the easiest, allowing you to keep miles away from any danger. Now, this is the point where most people would retire their book of cheese, as for the first time ever, there are some better mage options out there. But if you really want to just save time, you can fully sweep the pillars with this thing, and unironically, use it against the Moonlord. The funniest part is, its homing and range is that good, I found myself flying off screen most of the time, and just let the weapon do all the work for me. And with that, we have just beaten Terraria with a pre-mech weapon. So yeah, the Razorblade Typhoon, my guilty pleasure of Terraria weapons. Like all things though, great power does come at great cost, and unless you're on a challenge seed, I'll only go this route if you want a quick playthrough, because let me tell you, it'll be over in about an hour. This has been sockrteez, and I'll see you in the next one.